it's not fair for people to just say they don't want to have a baby.
It is fair, but from the political standpoint, that's the decision that they made.
Yeah,
Like mentally, that's what they heard. I mean, not decision,
yeah.
but that's what they heard. I should let you take the reins on the intro since
You
this is
got it.
your idea.
You got it.
Nah,
You do it so perfectly.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to whatever time he called this
It's the
video.
coffee break.
That's what he called the video.
And
I am Artieka,
I'm Tommy.
and I guess we're just talking this morning because we already did our Married at First Sight review
Yeah.
for once in life.
For
We
man,
make it to the
on
end
time.
of the
On
season.
time.
Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, Sharon.
So we can stick with Married at First Sight for a second.
For a moment.
Olajuwon and Katina
Yeah.
announced that they're getting the
Yeah.
divorce. Um,
Why is it relevant? Why is that? Because
because they were on the show.
no. Listen, it's funny. Well, it's not funny. I hate to see.
Ironic.
It's ironic that who made the post?
Katina.
Katina made the post that they or she felt the need to do that. You know, because like does people really follow them now
Mm-hmm.
like that?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
You don't.
I
I
don't.
don't. I actually saw this on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's weird because the person whose community post I saw that posted about it only actually I've only ever watched like maybe 45 seconds of one of their
Yeah.
videos. And it wasn't even about Married at First Sight. So that was also
Yeah.
really weird. But she posted, after 1 year of marriage and careful thought and consideration, we have decided to part ways. However, this was not an easy decision to make. We leave our marriage with enormous love and respect for each other. We only ask that at this time our privacy is respected. Um, I always see these posts about your privacy being respected. However, comma, you got married on TV. It's only so much privacy you're gonna get
Yeah.
from your divorce.
Right. What like the expectation? Like what type of privacy are you expecting to?
For us to not talk about it like this.
But we are. This is like us not talking about it is you just getting a divorce and leaving it at that.
Kind of like Amelia and Bennett.
Like, right. Nobody's talking about
I
that.
have heard that they got a divorce, but I never actually saw anything. Now it's not to say that there wasn't something out there,
Yeah.
but I never saw anything about them getting divorced.
Right.
Um
Ooh, wake up.
Man, it's hard having a little person feeding off of your body in the middle of the night. Um what was I saying? Oh yeah, I can't think of anybody else outside of them that quietly divorced.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know either. Cause everybody else. Well, what's
Absolutely, Sharon. Wish them both the best going forward. It's just really awkward,
I didn't
or not awkward, when you make a statement saying to respect your privacy. It's kind of difficult to get people to respect your
that's
privacy.
almost saying like, don't respect my privacy. Talk about me. Talk about me. Talk because you're putting a target on your back.
Well, I kind of also liken that to and I hate to correlate the two, but Takeoff
Yeah.
just passed away or was
R.I.P.
killed,
R.I.P. to take off,
and they
man.
had a funeral
That was
at
my
State
favorite.
Farm Arena.
Yeah.
Invited 20,000 people that don't know this man.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, we wanted to keep this funeral private.
I don't think
It's
so.
not. You just didn't televise it.
Right.
But I guess my struggle is the word private,
Yeah.
because it doesn't become private then.
It's a very public thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you do that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I just feel like when you when you say, "Hey, don't do something," that opens the door for somebody to do something because maybe they wasn't thinking about doing it, or like in the case of Olajuwon and Katina, wasn't nobody thinking about them or getting a divorce because if they say nothing, right,
Mhm.
and they move forward with everything that they're doing, and it comes out, oh, they got a divorce. That's as much as we talk about it.
Mhm.
But we've seen people make YouTube videos about them getting a divorce. We've seen us, we're sitting up here talking about it because it's a relevant thing to talk about because of us reviewing Married at First Sight and everything like that. So
And I typically don't go back to the previous seasons
I
to
don't
talk
either.
about anything. It was just like I
It's
saw it on YouTube, and then like maybe 20 minutes later, my cousin texted us about
yeah.
it. So
And like for me, I didn't see it at all. I was trying to see what Call of Duty was talking about.
yeah, I was just happened to scroll my phone. Like it wasn't like I went looking for this.
Yeah.
It was
So
just literally there.
it's just interesting to see like her wanting to respect her privacy. And maybe people were like DMing her or something like that, asking about it. But for us that review the show, like most of us wasn't thinking about them.
Mhm.
Like or everybody I've talked to about them didn't think that they would work out anyway, just because of how
Me.
yeah, just because of how he acted towards her within the show. But outside of that, I ain't think about it.
Yeah.
Um,
I thought about doing one of these this morning too.
did you?
You don't do a conversation starter? Give us something else to talk about besides Elijah Wan and Katina.
Oh, I was gonna actually bring up your post that you made
About Lily?
about Lily.
Oh, well go ahead.
Um, I think that was cool.
You
Like
have to tell people about the post.
I don't remember
I said
it.
about the post.
Oh,
I didn't tell you to read it.
Artieka made a post. I did like our daughter, Lily is in speech therapy,
Mhm.
and she made a post about her actually doing well or doing better in it. Because a couple of weeks ago, me and her was like, "Hey, this is like actually paying off."
Mhm. Lily started speech therapy in July, right before I had her brother, but it was virtually. Um, and that wasn't working for us. So, we did virtual for about 4 sessions, I believe, and we decided that, she needed to have a little bit more hands on because she was easily distracted
Yeah.
with it being virtual. So we reached out to the therapy office that she goes to, and I was able to get her changed to another therapist um at the beginning of the school year,
Hmm.
which was August. And the therapist that we were switched to had more of an in-person model. And so we were able to get her in and get her started with the in-person therapy. And Lily was never okay. So when they test you, they test the kids for expressive language and what is the other
I
one?
don't know.
I don't know why it's not
I
coming to me.
don't know how
Basically,
that
how well
is
they
and out.
speak and then how well they take direction when you speak to them. So Lily scored like off the charts with the direction to them. Like she was well above
Hmm.
where she should be as a 2-year-old at that point.
Yeah.
Her expressive language was in the normal range. However, it wasn't very high in the normal range.
Hmm.
So that's what we entered her into speech therapy for, was the expressive language, because she had a lot of words, but she very seldom gave us 2 to 3 word sentences. So that was the need that we identified, and we went forward into therapy with that. So she has been in person therapy since, I believe, the second week of August. I think she's missed one session due to her
Yeah,
not feeling well at this
yeah,
point. So August, September, October, November. I guess I won't count November because it hasn't been a full month. She's been in for 3 months.
yeah.
And when she first started, um, she would just say what she wanted. Like she wouldn't say, I want oatmeal. She would just say oatmeal. And then she graduated to oatmeal now.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then now she will say that she wants oatmeal or the funniest sentence that we've heard her string together thus far, or at least I've heard, because I don't think Tommy heard it, was we went to the pumpkin patch just before Halloween, and they had a petting zoo, and there was like three chickens and a turkey, and the chickens and the turkey got into it with each other while we were over there, and she yelled out, "The chickens are running fast." And I was just like, "Oh my god, listen to my baby."
No, I brought that up because like it's as a parent, as a dad, because I can't say as a mom, but as a dad,
Mhm.
you're looking at your children, or I'm looking at my children like, okay, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. They need to be better than me
Mhm.
in doing this. And then so you hear your child not talking at a level that you feel like she should be talking at.
Mhm.
It draws a chip in the armor, you know, like,
Okay.
oh, she's not perfect.
Okay.
Why isn't my child doing this? Because this is something that I do.
Mhm.
And I, do it well, I think, I can communicate well. And so to see that, to hear that, to like really understand it, and then have to come to terms with we need to get her help
Mhm.
because I can't help her with this issue because I don't know what to do. And then the idea of therapy. Like at
Mhm.
first it was like, oh man, I did something wrong, or I'm failing her as a parent because I have to teach her everything. I have to make sure that she knows right from wrong. And it started getting real deep for me.
Mhm.
Even though it may be a simple, let's just get her in speech therapy.
Mhm.
Like if like at first when we first started talking about it and we started looking into it and stuff like that, it's like, man, this is embarrassing. My child has to do this. She have to go to therapy. I never had to go to therapy. These are all the things I'm thinking.
And you don't really know if you did or not.
My mama didn't tell me I was. When she never brought it up
Mhm.
but it's like all the things that I'm thinking about, and then I think about why is therapy so bad, or why does it have a bad negative connotation behind it? Is because of how we like as a black male, we have to be perfect.
But she's not a black male.
But I was gonna get to as a black female, y'all have to be more than perfect. And that's the expectation. And then so seeing that somebody
Mhm.
needs to go to therapy or um needs to do speech therapy, or you're not perfect,
Mhm.
and seeing it at such a young age, you have this mindset of, oh, my child is wrong, or we did something wrong. And that's immediately what I thought. And it made me feel bad because that's the thing that I don't want. I want to be a great child for my parent for my
I would
child.
say, thank God you recognize the problem and were able to get the help she needs. Absolutely. And it's like, it has definitely been paying off. Like, it's been a blessing because she actually gets excited to go see her speech therapist.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of days we leave the house and she thinks that's where we're going. And
Right.
it's like, we don't go see her every day.
Right.
But she's like, I want to see her now. That now word was killing us for like it
Man.
had her in a chokehold for like 2 weeks.
Man.
And the funny thing is
Stop telling me now.
that's not a word that they even like
Right. I don't know where
went
she got that one
went
from.
through, like worked with. But to go back to what you were saying, one of my high school classmates said, so often we as African Americans neglect to utilize resources to help advance our children.
Mhm.
He was telling me that he had to put his twins in speech therapy when they were younger. I think the boys are 13 now.
Yeah.
But he was like, him and his wife had to put their twins into speech therapy, and he was like, it helped
Yeah.
a ton. And another friend of mine said she put her son in it too, and she's like, now he's 4 and in pre-K, and he gets his color pulled every day because he talking too much. And I was like, I feel like that's where we're gonna be when she
Yeah.
does get to school,
Yeah.
because Lily is a talker now.
Right.
Like,
Right.
she talks about everything all the time. Like, we gonna know all the pre-K business
Right.
when she gets to pre-K.
I also think seeing that it works and seeing that I can now have normal conversations with it, like age appropriate conversations.
Mhm.
And sometimes I'm like, what did you just say?
She told me yesterday that she was upset.
Did she?
And I was like, well, how do you know? She was like, I don't know. But she was like, I'm upset.
Yeah, she should be. And it's funny, man, because it's like this is or noticing that, oh, okay, she's having speech issues. And it's not because of us, but it's because she just has speech issues.
From talking to her speech therapist, a lot of the population that they're seeing now, because they do see a large autistic population,
Hmm.
but she was like, the younger kids have not necessarily had autism diagnosis, but a lot of it has been because us as parents kept them home
Yeah,
during the pandemic,
yeah.
and they weren't able to get out and socialize with
Right.
other
Like
people.
normal, like how we would have done in normal times. And I'm glad you brought that up because that's what happened.
Mhm.
That's the main thing that happened because we're trying to protect them. And Lily was born in 2019,
Mhm. She
and
wasn't even 6 months old when we got the stay-at-home order.
right. And so all the development of when she would be going outside and interacting with other people and people her age and stuff like that, where she didn't get to do because of the shutdown right there
Mhm.
at the 6 month mark. So um but looking at it or recognizing that she had that issue, that's not the thought that's going through my head at that time.
It's funny because we take two very different approaches to things. I am very, like, research and data driven, and Tommy gets really emotional
Yeah,
when it
when it
comes.
comes to my kids.
Right, and I'm very much so like, "Okay, so she's not doing this. What can we do to help her do this?
Yeah.
Alright, we can help her with this. Let me make a phone call." So, we were able to get the initial referral through her pediatrician's office. Um, and then after we got the initial referral through the pediatrician's office, the company that they referred us to didn't take our insurance.
Mhm.
Because you had just changed jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had just changed jobs and we had new insurance. So, um, it was kinda like a switch up there, and we had to I researched the company, called, found out they took our insurance, and then we just got her started, like, immediately when the new insurance went into effect.
Mhm.
Let's say my daughter was 3.5 years old, was nonverbal, they couldn't understand 70 to 80% of what she was saying, and 6 months later, after speech therapy, I can't get her to shut up. We are in that 6 month later window where we can't get her to stop talking. Like, it is nonstop from the time she opens her eyes to the time she closes her eyes. She is telling you about something. She likes watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. This child had me walking around the house 2 days ago looking for a dog from the episode. She was walking around with my mom bought her a robotic dog for her second birthday, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it was her first birthday. No, it was her second birthday because we were living here. Bought her this robotic dog, and she made this dog the dog from the episode. And she was literally like, "Mom, gotta find this dog."
Yeah.
And we were walking around the house looking for this dog. Now, the crazy thing is that she was putting it in random places, kind of like people would do Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah.
and made me go looking for it.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
But it was like such obvious places, like
Yeah,
under the window in her bedroom,
yeah.
sitting on her pillow.
So she moving this dog.
Yes. Yes. She was moving the
That's
dog.
hilarious, man.
Um, but being able to get her started in speech therapy, I do appreciate the therapist's office because I feel really, really comfortable being able to be hands off
Yeah,
with her. Like we don't go into sessions with her because of course we would be a distraction,
yeah.
especially because most of the time the baby is going out with us. He's been staying home the last few weeks with Tommy, but most of the time the baby had been going out with us. So I was like, that would be an extra layer of distraction.
Mhm.
But it's just been really amazing to see the language flourish, and then also me recognizing other things and being able to talk to her speech therapist about them, how we can further assist. And my post on Facebook, to go back to that, um was not necessarily, it was to talk about Lily's progress, but it was also to open up a dialogue
Mhm.
because so many people were like, I experienced this, I experienced this. But it took us having the conversation with her pediatrician to find out that that was something that we could get her put in. And then talking to one of your cousins, who said that her son, who is now, oh my God, how old is he? 21? 20?
Mhm. About 21.
20 or 21 in college, how he started out in speech therapy when he was 2 or 3. And um the services that were available through the school district. So I ended up, she's now on the waiting list to get evaluated through the school district to start their preschool program as well. And hopefully she'll be able to get into that program before
Pre-K.
before pre-K begins, but she'll also be able to get to go to pre-K in August because she'll be turning 4. But um it's just really amazing to see the progress that she's made, being able to open a dialogue. So many people pointing out the resources that they used. I think a lot of people forget that I don't live in Memphis anymore because
Mhm.
they're like, so and so and such and such has this, and I'm like, baby, I don't live there, and I haven't lived there in 10 years. I'm gone,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna see if they have something equivalent here
Right, right.
in the metropolitan area
Yeah,
of Atlanta where I live. But thank you for the offer of letting me know what's going on
yeah.
over there.
Over there.
One of my childhood neighbors, I say it's my childhood neighbor, but it was my grandparents' neighbor. She is actually a special education teacher in Texas. And she was like, I can tell you what to expect. Because she did that in Memphis as well as in Texas. And she was like, if you want any additional resources to guide you, I can assist you because she works completely with the special education population.
Mhm.
I think she's at an elementary school. So um it's just been nice to be able to see the outpour of people with talk about their experiences as well as offer assistance if they don't necessarily have the
Mhm.
experience. Um and hopefully we get you to not being as emotional about
Man, I'm gonna
decisions.
be very emotional about all the decisions. Probably not gonna cry, but there's emotion involved.
I'll cry
I know. Um,
and then keep it moving.
it's funny, man. I had no clue what we was gonna talk about for this coffee break. Um, that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, though, is because it was such a for me, it was such a huge decision in seeing the need for her,
Mhm.
and I believe I'm a strong believer of you go through situations, you should allow people to know what those situations are just in case somebody else is going through it.
Mhm.
They would have a quote with technology today, we're able to talk with people from all over the world, and somebody in the other side of the country may be going through the same thing that we're going through and just don't know anybody going through that same situation.
Mhm.
um that's why this channel is so important to me, is when we sit down and actually talk about relationship things, it's to help us but also to help somebody listening. When we sit down and Married at First Sight is an entertainment thing for me and you
Mhm.
and for everybody else, but the more serious things, or the more things that I'm more interested in, is understanding that it does take a village to have family and raise a family and everything like that, but it also takes communication and keeping that family together. So I thank
Mhm.
you guys for listening to us and being a part of our village, because that's
Mhm.
important to me as well. Um, Black Panther came out yesterday.
I didn't see it.
I didn't either. I mean, I want to see it. Like, I don't feel the same about movies, like going to the movies, as I did. Like, it's weird to me. Like, it's not weird to go, but I would rather watch it at home.
I was never really a big movie person.
I know.
Um Funny story about the movies. And I'm mad those passes expired. I remember Tommy and I, what movie were we going to
It
go
was a
see?
fire
Yes, that's what
alarm.
I was
Yeah,
about to get at.
I don't know the movie.
We went to, I think, was it Marseille Martin and Issa Rae's movie?
No, I don't think so. It might have been. I don't know. You can say whatever movie you
We
want
were
to say.
going to the movies. We pre-kids, we enjoyed going to Studio Movie Grill. We went there because you could have a decent dinner, catch a movie, and go home. You don't have to have dinner then a movie or a movie then dinner. You could do it all at the same time. So we would go to Studio Movie Grill and we went in, sat down, got comfortable, was about to order the food. Like I was pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the menu hard trying to find something because everything sounded so good.
Yeah.
And then the fire alarm goes off. And we're like, okay, yeah, are they testing something? And it was like,
It was a
they
fire.
they not testing.
It's a fire.
It's are they then somebody walks in and was like, y'all need to evacuate now. We're like, wait a minute. I put in an order for some popcorn and y'all charge my card. So we get outside and we find out that the kitchen was set on fire and they gave us all comp passes for another screening of a movie. But at that point, we were like, we ain't going back to the movies today.
Yeah.
Once the fire was out in the kitchen, because it was like over just as quickly as it began. But we would have had to wait like what was that, 2 hours
Hmm.
for the next showing of that movie to start.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, Didi, you're so nice.
What they say?
I am eating way too many M&Ms to feel like I'm slimming down.
She ain't say that about me.
I'm not about to get started with you, Tommy.
Man,
But
you
yeah,
you remember somebody in our comments called me fat?
they did.
That really hurt my feelings.
It did.
I was really sad about that. I was like, hey.
And it took everything in me to not be like, your mama.
I was really hurt by that, because I was like, I was trying to look slim.
And you were like working out 3 to
Yeah.
4 days a week
Right,
at that point
right.
in life
It's like
too.
just cut all my gains away.
But yeah, M&M's got me in a chokehold.
Yeah.
When I was breastfeed, it's something about breastfeeding that makes you like crave sugar. And with Lily, I really, really, really like wanted Oreos. Like that was around the time that the red velvet Oreos was out.
Yeah. Oh man. The first time that those came out and you found them, I was like, "God, Lee, this really had you in the
I
chokehold."
was eating
I
like
was
I
like,
would go to the
"Good
store and
grief,
I would
man."
like clean out the shelf of red velvet Oreos. Like we had a Target that was like 5 minutes from the house that we were living in. And I would just go in some days and be like, "Oh, they got 4 packs.
That's funny.
Swipe all 4 of these mine. I ain't gotta come back for a minute."
Man, dog, but you would take them joints out, and then like M&Ms, yep, they have you in the chokehold
M&M's
now.
definitely had me in a
And they,
chokehold.
it's not like they're the good M&Ms; they're the ones with the peanuts in them.
Oh, those are my absolute favorites. What is
The,
the good
the
M&M's?
ones that you can put in stuff,
Oh
the
no.
regular ones, the
Mm-mm.
the ones with just the chocolate joints. You can put
Mm-mm.
them in ice cream
I don't do that.
and everything, man.
Mm-mm. I
Like
just
that's
want to
funny.
eat my peanut M&Ms in peace.
I found one in the car. I was so mad at you.
Oh, I know what happened with that one. That one fell to the floor in the back seat because I took a Ziploc bag of M&Ms to therapy with me, and I was feeding Quad, and I couldn't like I dropped it, and I was like, well, "It's gone now."
Lily got out the car yesterday and was like, "Hmm, what's?" I was like, "What is this you got?" Because she's been put it in her mouth. It's like, "What is this?"
That's
I
disgusting,
was like,
Lily.
"Oh God, this is your mama doing."
I know when it happened. I just
Like,
forgot to get it.
goodness, man.
It was like
I need to clean out that car anyway.
once I got done feeding him, it was like he burped, he spit up, Lily was coming out. That Eminem was like the last thing on my mind.
That's too funny, man.
But yeah, Eminem's got me in a chokehold.
Yeah.
One of these days, I think once I stop breastfeeding, I'll be able to let the M&Ms go.
You think so?
Yeah, because that's what happened with Oreos.
Uh,
Once I stopped breastfeeding, actually, once I was like 7 or 8 months in, the sugar cravings stopped as
yeah,
bad as they were.
yeah.
And then I was able to let
That's
Oreos
too
go.
funny, man.
So maybe by the new year,
Yeah,
I'll be out of this
maybe,
M&M thing. But
maybe.
I've gotten so bad that I buy the big container of peanut M&Ms
Yeah,
from Sam's Club.
the one that you like twist off the top. That's
I
crazy.
just stick my hand in there, grab a
Give me a
handful,
handful of
throw
them.
them in a Ziploc bag, and just sit there and pop M&Ms. I eat
Well,
them while I work.
yeah,
I eat them when I'm breastfeeding.
yeah.
Sometimes in the middle of the night, I just roll over and grab a handful.
And I eat blueberries and grapes and oatmeal, and they talking about you slimming down. I'm doing something wrong. I am truly doing something wrong here.
I eat
I work
grapes.
out.
I eat grapes. I don't work out.
I try to
M-
eat right,
My
work out.
workout is picking up a 16-pound baby
Man,
regularly.
ain't
Y'all,
nobody
this baby has gained 10 pounds since he was born, and he just turned 4 months old like
this
three
week.
days ago.
Yeah,
He heavy,
yeah.
real heavy. But
That's a song.
I know. But he's doing really good with everything, and we just got told to give him solids, which I am not ready
But
for.
once he start moving around, man, he probably gonna slim down a little bit.
I don't know. I'm just not ready for him to have solids yet because she said now that I'm looking, you slimming down too
Nah,
tiny.
don't try to do it now. Don't try to say it now. I was waiting on it, but don't try to say it now.
Tabby just needs, you know, a little bit of positive affirmations in his
Sometimes
life,
I give myself
apparently.
those positive affirmations. I be in the mirror. You are wonderful. You
So I
are
used
great.
the funny thing is that I used to tell Lily in the morning, like, you are beautiful, you are smart, you are pretty, you are intelligent. And when she went to my mom's house, when I was having quad,
Yeah.
she would go. My mom has a floor length mirror, like
Oh
full length
yeah.
mirror in her living room. Lily would walk over to the mirror and point to herself and be like, "You are pretty. You pretty." And I'm like, really, Lily? And mom recorded her doing it one time and sent it to me. And I was like, Lily is really in there talking to us. And like she giving
Hey
herself a pep
man,
talk.
sometimes you do have to give yourself that talk.
But she was just going ham at telling herself she was pretty.
Yeah.
Like she ain't say anything and she ain't smart. Nope. Kind. Nope. Pretty.
You know you
You
look
are
good.
pretty.
You are pretty.
But I think that's pretty much well, I didn't really have anything.
Yeah, we used to just come over here. Like this is the whole point of the coffee break. We can go away from the normal thing that we would talk about, and just kind of have those random conversations that
Mm-hmm.
we usually have. Um, yeah, you want to do one of these conversation starters since you
I
brought
pulled
it
one
up?
out. I was just like, we haven't done one in a while because we haven't
That's
recorded a
funny.
podcast episode in a
That
while.
is hilarious. She tried to say I'm slimming down now. Just give me about 10 weeks. Y'all really gonna see it in the face.
In the
In
face.
the face.
Okay. I read this card at the back. Lily put these completely out of order.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
oh, this is a decent one.
Did you listen to Drake and 21 Savage album?
I don't
I meant to ask you
I
that.
don't listen to Drake.
Um, cause
And the only thing I know about 21 Savage is that he yells 21 21.
he's older than 21. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know,
Oh,
but he
okay.
yells 21
He
21.
does yell 21 21. But no, him dissing like who was it? Megan Thee Stallion.
He claims that that wasn't a Megan Thee Stallion diss, but I can't see it as
That
anything
definitely
other
was it.
than a
Yeah,
Megan Thee
yeah.
Stallion diss.
I don't know who else he would talk about if you got shot. I think he was talking about uh uh
He claims he was
booty
talking
shots.
about butt shots and saying girls are still thick, even though they got butt shots. But I'm like, when you
What
say
does a
something,
butt shot do? Like, does it swell your booty?
it's injecting. It's kind of like a breast
Is it
implant.
silicone that they're
I
injecting?
don't know.
That has to hurt.
They be injecting all types of stuff, like fix a flat. No, I'm so serious.
They really.
Like people were doing this in there's a series, I think it was on like the BT app maybe.
Yeah,
Um of women who had gotten like botched surgeries in somebody's basement.
really.
Mhm.
Why a butt though?
Because that's what dudes
Like, I'm
want.
just saying, like, why is that the thing to
Like
like
they said that that's how K Michelle's lupus developed.
from a butt shot?
Mhm.
So what's a BBL?
A Brazilian butt lift.
So
That
what's the
is
difference?
typically taking fat from other parts of your body and injecting it into your butt. The stuff that was going on in the basements
Yeah.
was unidentifiable objects.
So they just putting whatever in there.
Mhm.
Oh man. And people would pay for that?
Mhm. There was a lady who went to jail because she had done like 30 of these surgeries. Like she was out here killing the game,
Because she just putting fixer flat in people's
just
booty.
sticking stuff in their butt.
That's disgusting. And they didn't care?
They want it to be thick.
Oh, that's
The large population, yes, anything for a big butt. The large population that was doing it was like um strippers and
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
Cause that's their money maker.
So like let me ask you this. If your butt bleed, right? If
Hmm.
you got a scratch on your butt, what would come out?
Blood.
Would
They're
it?
not injecting it like you know that there's layers, right?
No.
So like your skin is the outermost
Yeah, I
layer,
know
and
your
there's
skin.
layers of skin. They're injecting. It's not like surface level.
Oh, so they're like
Like how you inject things. You know how when you go to the doctor and you get a shot, they're like, I'm gonna put this one in the muscle and it's gonna hurt.
yeah.
They're going deep in there.
So it's inside the muscle.
I don't know where they putting it,
That's
but it's not like
only thing
where
I
it's
do
gonna
is
ooze
squats.
out.
Do enough squats, man. You know.
Who wants to do squats when you can just go get your booty injected?
I mean, but that keeps the booty. I still don't understand.
I gotta make this money now.
But you still gonna have to work it out, man. You can't
No,
just not
if
do
you were
anything.
already like a girl who had a
It's like
nice
Botox, right?
body, Botox has a lot of different uses.
Yeah.
Like Botox can like smooth out like wrinkles,
Yeah.
but you can get it injected into your armpits and it'll stop you from sweating.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's a
That's the
lot of.
most random thing I could think of for today.
No, you brought it up,
I
and I
did. How did I get there? Anyway,
the 21
yeah,
Savage
he talked
joke.
about Serena Williams' husband. I don't know where that came from.
My thing
Ice
is
Spice.
you gonna let Serena Williams' husband be proud of his wife.
Right.
Botox can help with migraines. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I recently, like as in the last 6 months, learned about the sweat thing in your
Oh yeah.
armpits. Um,
Why wouldn't a person want to sweat under their arms?
why do you like sweating?
Nah, I'm just saying. Like, why would like I wouldn't think to be like, I'm sweating under my arms. Let me get some Botox so I don't sweat under my arms no more.
You're not in that population of people.
Uh, I just don't want to be musty, so I put on deodorant and
Well,
take baths.
it's not okay. So that's for the smell.
Yeah,
Deodorant is for the smell. Antiperspirant is what makes you sweat less. And they're trying to trigger less sweat than that. Like, okay,
I
for
can.
example, as a person whose hormones have changed drastically in the last 4 years,
Oh,
um,
excessive sweating. I guess I
yeah,
don't do that.
I'm a person who sweats excessively now
Yeah,
that I've had kids. Like I used to be a very cold natured person and now I am hot. Like remember when I was pregnant with Quad, how you didn't even want to come upstairs in the bedroom with me because
yeah.
I would have it so cold in there?
That was Lily, man.
Huh?
You have the air on with Lily.
I did it with Quad too.
Did you?
Yeah, remember this past
Oh
winter?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I try to block that out of my head because you left us.
Anyways.
I feel away, man. That is
Anyways.
one of the reasons why I don't want her to be pregnant anymore.
Me neither. But
That's funny.
um yeah, I would get really, really hot and I would sweat really, really bad. But me getting hot also triggered me getting sick.
Is that how hot flashes are for
I don't know.
women?
I've never had hot flashes.
No.
Ask me in like 15 years.
Nope.
Yeah, 15 years I should have had hot flashes by then.
You'd be 50.
Hmm.
Mm.
My mama went, she started having hot flashes before 50. So maybe in like 5 to 7.
Hmm.
You can ask me about it.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's you're not a person who would be like, I could spend $65 and fix this issue. You be like, what else can I do?
Hell yeah, because I ain't finna spend $65 on not
Like,
sweating.
I don't know how much Botox costs.
I don't
I'm just
either.
throwing that out as an
I'm just
arbitrary
saying
number.
I'm not gonna spend $65 on not sweating
And
when
there's a population of people that would.
I'll just be like, they gonna have to get this sweat.
Who is they?
The people DJ Khaled be talking about.
So people that are getting Botox are getting it for themselves, not for they.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. Yeah.
All right. So I did pick up this card. And it says, if we could pick up and move to any location in the world, where would you like to go?
We did that one before.
We did.
Yeah.
All right. How do you describe me to other people?
You go first.
Go ahead, because that was funny to you. You chuckle.
The first thing that comes to mind is this N word. I describe you as a loving, kind, mean person
How am I loving, kind, and mean?
because you have your ways.
Is that the great
Yeah,
Steve-O Steve?
that's my brother Steve. Everybody say hey to Steve, man. He joined us this morning.
Um, Good morning, Steve.
The other host of Speaker Geekers podcast.
Whenever that comes back.
We working on it.
I know.
No, what I do if somebody say how describe your wife for me, I say, well, or if they be like, what does she do?
That's what it is. 88 great conversation starters for husbands and wives. We also have like a friend edition of
Yeah.
this.
They ask me, what do you do? I say, I don't know. I say, she's a great person. She's a good friend of mine. I don't know how I describe
I
you,
sound
man.
like that movie. He is smart, he is kind, he is important.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how how to describe you other than like you're my person. You're Artieka. She don't like to eat leftovers.
Let's not get started with this. Let's
How do you
not.
describe me?
I just told you.
I say you're cute. She's
Smart,
a cutie.
kind, important.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I guess it depends on the person.
She said stop. Yeah. Okay.
He
I
should.
got you.
He
I
should.
got you. Because I'm looking for something too. Just pulling at everything I could.
Most people that I talk to know who you are in general.
Yeah.
Um, like the majority of my high school friends knew you when I met you,
Mm.
even though we met in college because the majority of my high school friends went to college with us. Um, family. I don't think my family ever got a description of you. It was just kind of like this Tommy.
Yeah. Tommy T in the building.
And it's interesting now. I think that they finally understand the dynamics of our relationship.
Duty.
I think.
I don't think I understand the dynamics of our relationship.
But like I remember distinctly when we were in Memphis for my family reunion, people not knowing how to take you and I.
Mm.
Like they were just like, what he gonna say next? It was like watching a
Yeah.
tennis match
Yeah.
when me and you would have a conversation.
Yeah.
And the only people that were truly unbothered by anything that was going on was like the people that live at my mama's house.
Yeah. Right.
And
Right.
even still, like when we do family things together, I think my mom and Regina are the ones that take you the least serious.
Yeah. Oh man, your mom be joking, man. It'd be
Yeah.
so funny.
And then Regina, after our wedding,
Yeah.
when Regina, you
She.
told Regina to be careful.
Oh, what was I talking about?
I had gone off on everybody the night before.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Like, be careful, man. She in rare form.
I was
She went
being
off on me twice that day.
twice.
Yeah, remember when I walked by you when I came in the morning, came
I
in the
remember
house?
that one.
Yeah, and then when we got to the rehearsal, you went off,
I don't remember
and
going
I
off at
was
the
like, man,
rehearsal.
I'm just get me away from this woman, man. I'm gonna marry this woman, man. Just get me away from her. You be ridiculous sometimes, man. I'll be honest with
Really?
you.
You can't even look at me in the eyes because you know it's you.
Oh, that's funny, man. All right, dog. It's 47 minutes into this thing. We have nothing else unless you had something.
Uh-uh.
So
I
run
think
off
that's it.
everything so we can get on out of here. Man, thank you guys for joining us for this coffee break, man. This is a great coffee break, man. Maybe
Yeah.
next week we'll have like next
Uh
week we're gonna actually be
Next week
on the
Steve
road.
can actually
Join
join
us
in.
for the coffee break. It may be a little bit later, just depending on what time we can get out of here. But um, yeah, man, we got a lot of stuff going on right now. Trying to get some more content out. We're looking
My
at
editor hasn't been editing.
who's your editor.
You?
Oh,
What coffee we gonna break? Y'all got a Keurig. We'll talk to you about that not
yeah.
on the internet. Because I can't afford Starbucks coffee
Listen,
in the
she ain't
morning.
with the foolishness. Nope, she not. Oh, thank you, Sharon.
Steve said he don't have a Keurig.
I ain't
So
see.
y'all just get up in the morning and be like, go.
I definitely do. Anyway,
Like,
anyways, yeah. So we got a lot of content coming out. You guys join us for that content. We got these coffee breaks.
I just started drinking coffee once I started having kids.
Oh, yeah. I only drink coffee on these coffee breaks and sometimes on Tuesday. But
Cause yeah, no, you're not at home with the kids on
no,
Tuesday. Never mind.
Tuesday's just a random day for me.
Hmm.
What else? the house to home stuff, we're like doing a lot of stuff around the house. So we've been recording that. One of the big things is actually setting up Quad's room. So we're gonna be doing that soon.
I shouldn't have laughed, but it's gonna be a lot to
Yeah.
set up his room.
The before and the after. I hope the after looks way better than the before, but the before, ooh boy.
I'm gonna have to take some stuff out before we even shoot the before because I'm embarrassed.
Like his room is literally our storage. What else we got? The podcast, we still working on that. Um, Steve joined us today. He's the other host of the Speaker Geekers podcast. That's a podcast where me and him go on and we talk about the most random things, mostly music and hip hop. But we're gonna start talking about opening kind of up to more cultural things. So be on the lookout for that. Um, we've been dibbling dabbling with the merchandise thing, so we may have some merchandise coming out soon. Um, what else? Married at
Speaking of,
First
I gotta
Sight.
work on those family reunion
Yeah, Married
shirts.
at First Sight stuff is ending, so
Yay, season
I
15's
think we might
over.
go. I think we going live one more time with Jack and Glenn tomorrow.
Yeah,
What else we got? Yeah, and then the Christmas stuff. You know, I'm gonna do a couple whiskey tastings because I like whiskey. So yeah,
I'm ready to put up my Christmas tree.
we're actually gonna start our own separate channels eventually.
You said that like I was about to start mine tomorrow.
Now I've been thinking about mine, so and we're competing with each other. She
I'm
don't know that we're competing,
I'm not
but
competing
I'm
with him.
always gonna be like, I got to do better than she did. So
All I
I'm
gotta do is put the kids on stuff,
be
and
like,
I'm
anything
automatically
you
gonna
can
be
do, I can do better.
throw a cute baby in to the moon.
I have access to those same kids. You know that, right?
But you're not gonna talk about them with technology.
I could. I could
Anywho,
figure it out.
see you guys tomorrow on Jack and Glenn's channel, and one
Mhm.
day soon, hopefully, with the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and record that tomorrow.
All right. That's cool. I'm with it.
All right, we will see you guys later.
Yep. Join us next week and all the content that we have coming this week. So just be on the lookout. Hit the notification bell so you get the notification.
Mm-hmm.
And we out.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.
I need the mouse over here.